making sure business continues as usual.
I just realized that the reason why my stream flickered in the field of my vision was because I had a disconnect. Great. Cool. Fun. I apologize. For the brief disconnect while whenever that might have happened. I was having that a little bit when I was doing a tabletop stream the other day, and I'm not quite sure what causes that necessarily. And I should probably work out sooner rather than later, because nobody wants that shit to happen repeatedly. Right, cool. I will keep an eye out for if that happens again. I apologize, but we seem to be up and running. Thank you so much for your patience. Yeah, the internet is a curse. Hopefully it won't happen again. Because unfortunately that happened the other week. And I'm not quite sure why, whether that is a Twitch like internet thing, because my internet is stable, so it seems to not necessarily be an internet on my side thing. I think it might be a Streamlabs thing, which would be a problem. But yes, hi, thank you for A for tuning in, and B, apologies for the small technical difficulties. I will try to keep better abreast of that, because I was just watching the cutscene and relaxing and just chilling while that was all going on. My bad. Right, I need to park. I think I might be too low, that's why. Yeah, there we go. It wouldn't be Cyberpunk if there wasn't technical difficulties. Too true. If there was ever a genre where I would be allowed to have unnecessary tech errors while trying to be entertaining, it would be in the Cyberpunk game. There we go. Hopefully that flicker... for those, if you wouldn't mind saying, at what point did you kind of lose stream so I know just how long we were down for? That would be great. Because I'm going to have to splice that back together at some point later. More plasteel parts. Thank you. Oh, I've actually got the music cutting out for a while. We just got some brain sound effects. Halfway through hearing what it would cost to replace the AI. Ooh, so that was a while. Oh, man. That was a gap of a couple minutes? For me, it's just after the character to dress them properly. Around the same ballpark. Okay. Right, well. Am I... What was the cost? 1,500, which apparently we had the money on to just pay, so it wasn't too bad. But yeah. Apologies for it being down for that long. I think next time I see it flicker like that, I will specifically pause the game and then wait until it comes back up again. I apologize. Right.
I have your delivery.
Give it here.
It says I'm to deliver to Mr. De Beer.
That's my employer. Give it to me this instant. Hey, street rat. Has this been tampered with?
What? No.
Good. Most drivers ask what's in the package. The smell makes them curious.
What's in the package?
Yeah.
Dinner. Meat.
From which animal?
What a strange question. Good day.
Just any meat at all. An upgrade unlocked. Okay. So I guess as we play, we can continue to upgrade our vehicle and make
Here's
it
what
more
I can
efficient.
offer you today.
I can buy stuff. Grade 1 water. I can change my outfit. How much money do I even have? Oh, 1,200. Okay. I can sell the plasteel parts, I guess. Neat.
Thanks.
I look forward to seeing you again.
I mean, I guess it's pretty common in a lot of Cyberpunk to have kind of synthetic meat, and then real meat is super rare and
14FC, are you
expensive.
back in Midtown yet? Look, kid, we messed up. We need you to get through a CorpSec security checkpoint. Now, you've never been scanned by CorpSec. We just paid to wipe your record, so we need them to hold a clean file on you.
They won't recognize me?
Not unless you've broken any other laws. Sending you a nav point now. One more thing, kid. You need to go through on foot. So don't look suspicious. Or act suspicious. And don't mention Cloudpunk. Or me.
Okay. Dude. This is clearly a big deal. Had to go through on foot, huh? That's fine. I'm getting used to the parking system at least. Yeah, private security forces in lieu of police is something also quite common to the genre. And to be honest...
Excuse me, miss.
Even as early as like the...
Seen who?
Late 2000s,
Nari.
like 2009, very true.
I'm sorry, I don't know who that is.
That kind of
Are you
era
okay?
of what, Watch
Of
Dogs
course I'm
1,
not
Metal
okay.
Gear Solid
I
4
can't
had
find
a
her.
lot of discussion
I mean, do you
of
have somewhere to stay?
private
I know
security
a shelter nearby.
in lieu
Why
of
would I need a
police.
shelter?
So,
Well, your clothes are rags, and it looks like your exterior dermis is breaking down. I can see some of your endoskeleton.
No, I can't go to a shelter. Nari wouldn't think to look for me there.
Who is Nari?
She is gone, and when she left, she took all my happiness with her.
Can't you call her?
She does not answer.
Maybe she doesn't want to talk to you.
That can't be true.
Sounds like she's giving you a pretty clear message. What was the last thing she said to you?
to this conversation.
That she would love me forever.
Oh, sorry. There have been a lot of accidents in the city. I'm not saying she was in one, but just, you know, it can be hard to keep in touch with people.
I love how she
I have to
yawns
say,
and
the
stretches
city
throughout
is
this entire
Too
conversation.
fast. It moves too fast.
Yeah. Do you have any leads?
She had no money.
She wouldn't last long here then. Maybe the Marrow?
I will try there next.
Well, good luck. What's your name again?
Teiko, if you see Nari, tell her Teiko is looking for her.
I will.
Cool beans. Right. Dead Eye Dre asks, so is this the main thrust of this game, that you're a delivery person of some sort? Yes, indeed. I am working for Cloudpunk, the delivery company. The tagline of the game is "Don't look at the package and get there on time." So,
Hold up, lady.
let's see how
Let's see either your citizen
suspicious
license
our
or your
company is as we
voluntary
go.
contribution.
I wish you people would just call them bribes.
What's that?
Nothing, officer.
people.
Here's my details.
Okay. I just have to create a new record for you and then... Hold, please. I'm getting a message in my earpiece.
I'm being
yes,
pushed
Agent
through the
Rio.
gate by other people.
No, sir. Her name is Rania. Cloudpunk? I don't think so, sir. Yes, sir. I'll ask her. Yes, sir. I'll tell you if I think she's lying. Ma'am, are you now, or have you at any time been a part of the illicit delivery service known as Cloudpunk?
Never heard of them.
Illicit,
please.
huh?
Yes, sir. She says she's never heard of them. I believe her, sir. Okay, sir, I'll let her through. And I'll... She can hear me. Yes. Yep. Okay, then. I'll do that. Sir, yes, sir. Okay, miss, you can go. Your details have been updated.
Neat.
When I scanned your ID, our servers said you're a musician from the Eastern Peninsula. Want to play us some music?
Maybe another time.
Nothing to see here. Oh, I can't actually walk through the gate. Alright, that's fine. I haven't got my new AI, the one that I... Yeah, I was dreading that the NPC would push me through the gate, and then, like, the person I'm speaking to is like, "Hey, police!" and then just shoot me on sight, because that would be tonally appropriate, maybe. But we escaped that unscathed, which
Your
actually feels like a
automata
big deal.
custom personality is ready for instantiation. Would you like to activate Camus now?
Yes, please. Camus, are you there?
It's you!
Oh, it's a dog.
I missed
Cool.
you.
Great.
How are you?
Happy? What am I? Feels strange.
You've been loaded into my vehicle's automata slot.
Oh,
Sorry, Camus. This is all I can afford right now.
I was a bad dog?
No, you were the best, Camus.
I am just a Hova now. Not as good.
I know. We'll get you a new body, I promise. It will just take a while. I have a new job.
You don't play music anymore? I like music.
Me too, Camus, but we need money. We lost the house. I had to move us to Navalis.
Oh no. We hate the city.
We did. Maybe it's not so bad now. I'm doing deliveries. We are doing deliveries.
I am helping.
Yeah, we're a team, right?
I will help. I feel not so good though. I am sleepy now.
It's the automata slot in the Hova car. It's pretty limited, and the hardware runs at a lower clock cycle, so you might need to take it easy for a while.
I don't understand.
Your higher operating functions are multi-threaded, but that's not supported with the hardware we have. That means it might take you a bit longer to figure things out, but you'll get there.
I'm sleepy.
Okay, rest for now, Camus. I'll bring you online soon. And Camus, I missed you too.
So, our dog is our AI, huh? I'm not really one for dogs, but I can understand why she might want to do that to keep her pet alive.
Oh, not we sent someone else. We need you to... Damn it. Sorry. We need you to pick up a package from Cambria Heights. It's a residential zone. I'm sending a nav point now.
Okay, on my way.
That's the way I came.
Wait.
Dang.
14 FC?
Is there a problem?
No, never mind. Good luck.
Yeah, or this is adorable concept, but also kind of heartbreaking. Yeah. There's definitely one of the kind of topics discussed, and is actually quite interesting to explore in sci-fi works like these, of the idea of a loved one dying and then you using technology and AI to keep them alive. But there is a degree of consent there that bugs me if you apply that to a person, because they didn't ask to live forever as your digital assistant. But dogs, I guess, kind of exist to be helpful to humans. They are socialized, like bred specifically to do that. So maybe that's fine. Maybe that's not like as profoundly sad. But yeah, definitely a thing. The dog was maybe an AI to begin with. That's true. That's definitely a potential. Can I park, please? Yes, thank you. No, if they were a dog to begin with, that kind of like the ethics question there definitely is less of a stressor. So I can see why you might read it that way. Right. Can I actually get to my destination from here, or have I screwed up somehow? Did I park too far away? Whoops. Let's see. It says that there is a walkway I can get to here. Let's see. Oh, is it kind of like wiggling around? Right, I see. That's this way. There's a definite horror to finding yourself waking up in a different time and place without body, and body without consent and control. Yes,
I'm at
exactly.
the destination and no one is here. Control? Camus, are you awake?
Yes, I am awake. Excited. Want to help.
Can you scan the area? Local scan. Look for ID chips on possible delivery containers.
I don't know how. Wait, I know how. I think. What is box?
A box is a square cube.
No. What is that box? It's right there.
Okay, I see it. I guess that's the package then.
Why is no one here? I have bad feelings.
Me too,
He
Camus.
does sound like James D'Amato. Oh my god. Somebody please, I don't know what it would take to, like, maybe I'll kind of clip a bit of this in post and send a clip to it to James D'Amato being like, this dog sounds exactly like you, this robot dog AI. But to look at one of the comments you sent earlier, she talks about multi-threaded higher functions. My impression he was a dog robot before. Yes, that is definitely makes sense. I guess they keep it relatively ambiguous to suggest the horror there, but also, you know, side hustle as a voice kick. He could. James D'Amato, having podcasted for as long as he has a very smooth voice, and I think would lend itself incredibly well to doing video game voice acting, should he so choose. I'm actually not taking the right pathway, am I? I need to go this way. Ooh. I'm surprised we haven't had any Crazy Taxi-style timers yet, but then I have a feeling that is to come, as tensions get higher, I suppose. Alright, so where are we delivering this to? Well, I have it in my vehicle. Did I maybe pick up the wrong box? Or maybe it'll come up as we fly away.
I hear noise.
What noise, Camus?
Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock.
Oh, it's a bomb. Cool.
Package.
Cool,
I hear
good.
it too.
I still have bad feelings.
1 second, Camus. Control, come in. Control, this is driver 14FC. Come in, this is important.
Turn
Driver
around
14FC, this is Control. Please deliver your current package with urgency.
and get
Control,
to like the
why is this
center.
package ticking?
You don't think you should have to do this. Call your boss. Fine, I'll tell her.
Control, what's happening there?
Am I at the low number?
Nothing.
Okay.
I've been informed that you're to stop calling us about the package. Deliver it quickly. That is all, please. No more communication until delivery.
Camus, I don't know what to do.
I am nervous.
Why?
Don't look inside the package.
I am nervous because you are nervous. Maybe we can throw away the tick tock. Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock, tick tock.
Maybe. I could dump it at the trash chute in Section 8B. That sends it into the refuse collection at the base of the city. Nothing ever comes back from there.
Will Mr. Control be mad?
Oh.
Yes, but
Ooh,
I get a bad
options.
feeling too, Camus. I think it will be bad either way.
I want to help, but don't know what to do.
I know, Camus, I know. I just have to make a call on this one.
Sometimes when you are new at a company and that company is full of criminals, you need to do bad things to keep your job. I like that that one's also further away and we don't have a time limit. I actually, to be honest with you, if they did give me a time limit on this, this would be an infinitely harder choice. But for now, I'm just going to go and deliver this to apparently a train station. Because I am a good employee. Alright, it's the next intersection from here. Thank goodness bomb timer technology never advanced past noisy clockwork. I know, right? It's a user interface thing. It's like how on Apple products when you go to like the note-taking app, it makes it look like paper. Skeuomorphism, I think is the term for it. Making it look like a real thing, even if it's not. So they just wanted this bomb to be authentic. It's fine. Drop the payload.
I guess it was nothing. We did our job, Camus. We shouldn't ask so many questions.
I am not sure
You want to say something?
if it is okay.
Sure.
Is this a job good?
It pays good.
Are we doing good things?
No more questions, please, Camus.
Okay.
My service AI is questioning my moral integrity. This is not what I designed you for, Camus.
Driver 14FC, this is Control. is there anything you want to tell me about that last job?
No, nothing.
All right, well, I'm just glad it went okay.
Cut through to
For your
Frisco.
next delivery, please proceed to the following nav point to collect a package at LifeCorp Industries. You'll need to find
What's
a
the
way
name?
up to the roof of the
Bugs.
building. Our client didn't leave us an access code, but, well, you're a smart kid. You'll think of something. Control out.
Fastest way there. It's on the other side of this big block. I can go through to the right. Your dog who loves you is concerned if you're being a good boy. But you all know that I am incredibly a bad boy. Yeah, we bad boys. Big bad boy hours. Yeah, I mean, you know, that too is... I'm so glad there's no car damage in this game. That too is one of the big parts of this genre, is difficult moral decisions, so... Yes?
Hey, Driver 14 FC, you can't be bumping that hovel around the city like that. You're gonna have to hit a repair station. If the damage gets worse, I can't get you out of the standard Cloudpunk Hava damage penalty fine.
Oh, there is actually a punishment for being a big deal. So on the bottom right, there's my fuel meter, but I don't see a damage meter, unless that is something that is actually on this HUD and I don't see it. Maybe it's in a different menu elsewhere. I don't know if there's a bar, an option to pull that up. But I'll find a garage after I pick up this package, since apparently I can do that in any order. Oh, I am allowed to go through now. Good. Oh. What is this? Flyer. This card says it's for an Android dating agency, but it doesn't say if it's a dating agency for androids, for humans that want to date androids, or for androids that want to date humans. The answer is yes. Yes is the answer. Oh, it's on the roof. That's right. I need to work out a way to get up there.
I'm here to collect...
Sign here, please. You'll find the package on the roof through the hotel entry to your right. The access code is B965E. And don't talk to the package.
Don't what?
Oh, it
You'll
gives
see
me
what
the
I
corner.
mean.
I don't
It
need to
won't shut
memorize
up.
it.
It's going to Avalon Heights. They're expecting you.
Driver 14 FC, this is Control. Just checking that you made that delivery.
I'm on it. Checking up on me.
No, we're just,
Well, there's
What
that
was that?
explosion.
I don't know, Driver. The city AI acting up again? Relocating a district, maybe?
No, this felt like an explosion.
Yeah, you're right. I'm getting reports over the wire right now. It was an explosion.
Control? Was it at the Metro hub?
No, well, it was in that district, but it was in the bay.
In the delivery bay?
Yes,
Control? Did I just...
unrelated.
What?
Your delivery was unrelated to the explosion.
Ooh.
But I...
Authorizing a bonus payment for Driver 14 FC, transferring additional funds now.
Why am I being given more money? Control?
$100.
Driver 14 FC, we are not authorized to discuss previous jobs. That's in the rules.
I thought they were guidelines, not rules.
Please complete your outstanding contract at LifeCorp Industries. Control out.
Control? Control! Camus, are you on comm? What happened?
I am nervous. That was a big boom. My windows got shaky. Did we do that?
No, we didn't do anything wrong.
Okay.
B965E. Right, let's go get that package. They just left it in the rain, just on a roof. so classy. Like, oh, this needs to be delivered post-haste, and they just don't actually look after it at all. Also, this put me in a different place to where I came in. That's not useful. How many punch cards do I have now? Alright, multiple. Right, let's see if we can get back to our vehicle. Ah. Yep, fantastic. There's an item here. There we go. The items are actually quite hard to find unless specifically you're looking at the minimap. Which, I mean, AI trafficking, yeah, that definitely feels like this could be what it is. I guess we do nothing but shady jobs now. I think I probably will talk to the package though if it talks to me. Oh yeah, my car is kind of beat up. Huh. Alright, let's see if I can find a repair station. Oh, there's one really close by. I think it's this way.
Hello. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, Box.
Oh, God.
How are you today?
Really hard.
Camus, we're not supposed to talk to the box.
I completely understand. Are you an android too, Camus?
Fine. You can answer him, Camus.
I am an automata. I am a dog. Or a car.
Oh my god, I'm both.
I am a dog car.
God.
How strange.
Hey, fella, you're a box.
I am in a box. My name is William.
What are you if you're not a box?
I told you, I am William.
But what are you?
I was a sous chef in Little China, but not anymore. I'm moving up in the world. In a way that makes me sad too.
How come?
Because I won't be able to talk to little people like you anymore. That will be a shame. But it will all be worth it.
The trafficking posh
Avalon
AI.
Heights. I can't wait.
What will you do up there?
I don't know yet. It's exciting. Maybe I'll be working as a personal assistant to some pop star. Or maybe even a CEO. Perhaps I'll be an executive at one of those big corps. Hiring and firing. I would love to fire a human one day. Oh, no offense, driver.
None taken.
What's it like being a driver? I love to hear about poor people. Now that I will be rich, I might even be an organizer of charity dinners.
Oh man.
You won't be invited, of course, but I would talk about you.
Thanks. And I've only been a driver for a little while. I was a musician.
I guess this is what's supposed to make
I
this
shall be
ethically
a
complicated.
musician.
Can we eat the cyber
I would
rich?
be too rich and too busy to learn to play, but I might get some augments so that I can perform. Maybe the saxophone.
Uh-huh.
Rania lost her home and we were evicted, Box. I mean, William. We had to move to the city.
Why?
Debt corpse.
Oh yes, they can be very unpleasant. I have heard.
She had to sell my body for money, too.
A circumstance with which I am familiar. I sold my body also. You see, a chef's android body is worth a lot these days. My body was the only part of me worth anything. Now
Don't
I'm
talk
just
to the
ahead
box was for my
and a
own
dream.
safety.
Can we open the box to see you?
yeah.
I want to see the head.
No, we're not allowed to open the packages. We're not supposed to speak to them either.
I am sad.
You'll get over it.
Yes, doggy. Don't worry. One day you will have a lovely body like mine.
You don't
What
have
will your
one.
new body be like?
Oh, I'm sure it will be something good. I traded my old body, my apartment, and all my savings for this place in the Spire. Surely they have the best android frames there, too.
309. Okay, so taking damage is really expensive. Okay. At least most of the things are super optional, but oh boy. It's just been like, do actually have to be really careful. Cool, good.
Hey, 14FC, we did a status check on your vehicle performance, and it's running clean as a Spire Sky. Look after your Hava, she'll look after you. That's what I always say. Good work, kid.
Oh, I get rewarded for actually fixing it, so it's minorly cheaper. I do definitely drive faster than all the other vehicles here, which is maybe a good thing and maybe a bad thing. I am currently unsure. Oh man, if I get, like, ticketed for speeding, I'm going to cry. The bumpers do definitely sound like an investment. I might have to go get those done at the next time I go to a mechanic. Which seems fair, seems reasonable. Actually, where am I going? How many more blocks do I need to go before I'm where I need to be? I should probably take the next intersection. Oversteering is really easy to do here. Okay. Let's, Yeah, the soundtrack is definitely also wearing its Blade Runner influences on its sleeve. How are we doing for time? Do I want to go until about 10 and then take a break and then maybe play for another hour and then do the wind down? That seems... I don't want to necessarily go too late for this one, especially if I ran into a tech issue earlier. But yeah. We'll go for another 20 minutes and see where we're at in the story, and then take a brief 5-minute break while I go and rehydrate, get some snacks, and y'all can rehydrate and get some snacks. And then also we can kind of talk about the charity drive again, because I can tell that we got some donations in for the charity, and genuinely anybody who's done that, thank you so much. I don't have alerts on because I didn't work out how to do that, and I'd like to work out how to do that for the next stream, because it's really embarrassing that people have taken their time to donate stuff and then people have taken their time to donate stuff and I've not been able to thank them properly because I didn't see them do it. So it will be an opportunity for me to go through those bits and pieces as well. Park vehicle. There we go. Yes, indeed. Hydrate to not dihydrate. Where we at? It's behind me. Okay. Memory Market. Yeah, very big sandbox kind of area. I guess this is also a thing that's kind of come up relatively recently in regards to speaking about the other big Cyberpunk game that got released recently.
I got it.
Sure, I'm sure you do. Is that game had, well, people were kind of talking about the nature of it being a sandbox game, populated.
Hey, come back anytime, lady.
And whether it being over or underpopulated and what they were expecting in terms of that. And that's a really interesting question to ask, because obviously having people run around makes games feel busy, but can be really processor intensive. But I've recently been playing... better get on this. Recently been playing Yakuza 7 Like a Dragon. And that is a game that is very much designed to be... runnable on a wide variety of things. It runs like butter on my PS4. And there are people, but there are not like too many people. There's enough people to kind of make it clear that this space is populated. It never feels empty, but it's not like you're drowning in people and the frame rate runs good. And maybe that's a standard that we should kind of be looking to more than trying to do the whole we want as many moving parts at once to prove what a big dick computer game this is, because that just means that fewer things can run it sensibly, and there's a greater reliance on, well, I suppose the reason for it to have a great reliance on processing power is part of the whole kind of like next-gen console release guff that they were trying to kind of get on the back of. Yeah, plenty of people to shoulder barge by accident all the time. I felt so bad at the start of the game about running into literally anybody in Like a Dragon, especially my own party members. I felt so sad about that. I was like, no, I didn't mean to, I'm sorry. Especially since, off the back of playing Yakuza 0 prior to playing Like a Dragon, occasionally there'd be drunk people wandering in the streets, and if you barged into them, they would pick a fight with you. So, like, after having that kind of worked into my brain, where it's kind of like, hey, maybe don't just run into people like an asshole, that I could run into people in Like a Dragon. It's like, no, be gentle, be safe. And then it turned out to actually not be a problem. I picked up a couple new things. Let's see what those are. Memory chip. This has been formatted, but that just means someone else can use it. And what else did I pick up? A used battery. The uranium in this battery hasn't fully degraded yet. Should yield some limbs if I sell it to a vendor. And these both sell for something. Oh, the coolant also sells. Gotta have as much of something as possible. People, guns, waypoints, UI items. Yeah, I hear that that's a really big problem with Ubisoft's game design. Aside from the problems with Ubisoft, you know, as a company. Where their level design is just having a big map filled with crap just to make sure that it's filled with things, when the game could be perfectly sensible story-wise on like a third of the map size with really curated items. And I am all for more curated, smaller experiences personally.
His name is William?
I'm the supervisor for this shift. Domestic android supervisor, Reginald Esquire Buckley Senior.
Good job,
You're a vacuum cleaner?
Huh?
No, I am a refuse disposal officer with cleaning functions. The senior refuse disposal officer. And this is our new recruit.
Going up in the world, William.
Your head will be mounted on a Digitlux Cleaning Unit 3000. And you will be working on the 3,287th floor of Avalon Heights as the junior apprentice unit.
Sorry, William.
Sorry for what? I am to be the junior apprentice. Please pass me over to Mr. Buckley. I'm keen to get to work.
Is that an upgrade or downgrade
You
from
understand
chef?
that we can no longer be friends, right? I like you and your pet human, but it just wouldn't be the done thing to be seen with you.
Oh, I understand. I am happy for you. Goodbye, William.
I find it funny when you're charging around and dodging people in Yakuza, and then you hear your AI party just steamrolling everybody. Yes, very carefully wielding, like, edging your way around bike racks, and then in the background you just hear them all clatter as they are destroyed under the heels of Shao. It's, yeah, very good, very good. None but cares not. Arguably, it's a lot paddling too, the bigger the map size.
William?
Especially if it's not being used for anything other than probably hiding load times.
Me neither.
Yeah.
Well, we took William to his new home. I think we should go and check on ours.
Oh.
We have a home. Is it big? Does it have a garden? Do I have my own room?
Sorry, Camus. It's not really a home. It's just a place where we can stay for a while. And it's all I can afford on a Cloudpunk salary.
Where is my car? I am so far away from my car.
Butler. I'm not even sure we have running water.
Maybe we can go somewhere nicer if Cloudpunk pays us lots.
Camus, life is going to be hard here in Nivalis. You need to prepare yourself for that. Even this place might be too expensive. We can't afford to mess up. Got it? One bad night and we could be evicted.
I understand.
So don't get excited about this new place. It's not much.
Okay, I understand. I am still excited.
Okay. Let us return to our car, which I think I need to go down here for. Regardless of the job, the status increase from moving up the levels, I guess. Yeah, no, definitely. Assuming that android is a citizen with like a payroll, that could very, very feasibly be very much a pay upgrade. Although they've sold their previous belongings and house to do so, I guess there are plenty of like jobs in the real world. Am I still horrendously lost? There's plenty of jobs in the real world where you have to kind of, you know, pack up and move. You know, oh no, you need to go to LA to do this tech job. I myself moved to Manchester very specifically to go and take up the job that I'm currently doing. And at the time, and still, that was a reasonable decision to make, but I did have to entirely leave my previous life behind. So, yeah, you know, those decisions aren't taken lightly, and I was about to get into the wrong car. Let's not turn this into Voxel GTA. The doggo is very pure. That kind of character writing is not my favorite. I'm not a fan of that kind of like mascot character writing. But despite, you know, him being, well, all pets are essentially permanent children, especially dogs. Yeah, despite him being a permanent child is quite occasionally insightful, making him maybe less annoying than he would be otherwise. So, literally the status of being there, pay disconnected. True. Sometimes you go there, you pick up a job because you know that the like value of that job to be working in that industry is so important. I very recently, and I won't talk about it in too specific terms because that might ruining my chances therein. I very specifically applied for a presenting gig that, if I got it, probably would mean that I wouldn't be doing this stream anymore because my time would be taken up doing presenting elsewhere. And that was a really interesting thing to have to weigh up because, well, I would be able to turn my presenting hobby into a presenting source of income, and that's really, really good, and there's a lot of prestige that comes with that. But then you have to think really, really hard about the things you give up specifically just to do a different and similar hobby line of work. Very interesting, very interesting. It's on the other, oh okay, I can take the next turning ish. No guesses about that particular job, by the way. I will not answer you even if you are correct. I think to offset the potentially depressing, oppressive vibe that this could have, life is not overtly on the up and up and still a struggle despite being in the city with more prospects. Yes, there is definitely the idea of kind of like, well, you know, I'm giving up a lot, but to stay in my previous lot of life is also stifling in a way that I couldn't sustain. It's definitely a thing to consider. Let's check out my pad and then go for a short break. Oh, this track goes hard. Can I get in through here? Or is it the other side? You can't see me because I'm not on camera, but I'm headbocking to this track. This track's really good. Oh. Yeah, what a bop. Personal growth or known happiness contested this. Yeah, yep, there's definitely jobs that I have applied to specifically because it would be a career booster, and sometimes it's because, you know, I'd be generally happy doing the role.
I might not
sometimes
know.
it's both. It's complicated.
Let me try this again. Why are you hanging around outside my apartment? Are you with the Debt Corp or CorpSec? Are you spying on me?
I am your neighbor.
Shouldn't you be in your apartment then?
I am waiting to talk with you.
What do you want?
I want to know if I know you, if we used to know each other, if we were friends.
No, I just moved in. I've never met you before. Are you okay?
No.
You're an android, right? So did you have a firmware upgrade that went wrong or something? I hear those can cause androids to lose their memories, I think.
No. Do you remember my friend, Dr. Dzizic? We live next door.
Check.
No, I told you I just moved in.
She is missing. I am alone.
Look, I'm really busy. I just moved here and I barely have any money.
I don't want money. Why would you say that? I didn't ask you for money.
I'm sorry. I just don't know if I'm the best person to help you.
I don't know anyone else.
There's some homeless shelters for androids downtown.
I have a home.
What do you think I can do for you?
There is a card. It was posted into your mail. I think it is for me.
That's it? Just a card?
Yes, I need it. It is how I will start to come back to me.
Okay, let's enter the apartment. Ooh, big stretch. Posture check, everybody. Don't be slumping over your keyboard. Remember to stretch regularly. Oh, my shoulders have been, since lockdown, my shoulders have been so stiff. Oh my god. And then I give her the dating service card.
I'm in the apartment. You're authorized to access the systems in here.
I am here. It is amazing. There's a table and a balcony, and the roof perfectly fits on top of the walls.
Yeah, it's all right, I guess. A bit sparse. I'd love to be able to decorate, you know, make it less clinical. Do you remember the birds we had back home?
Yes, they landed on the window ledge. I could never catch them.
Yeah, not much chance of wildlife here.
So
There
they
are
were
rats.
a robot
I
dog,
detect
maybe?
almost 50 within the property.
Do me a favor, Camus. Never mention rats again.
Okay. There are also a number of rare breeds of sump spider.
Ugh, also not good. Come on, we should get back to work. If I get a bonus tonight, maybe I can buy a picture. Or a mirror, or something.
So, real talk, this room is pretty big. I would be entirely okay with this room in real life. It has a balcony. Like, okay. Right. Let's very quickly go back to casual chat screen. Webcam, I believe in you. There we go. We're back. We're animated. Yeah, there we go. And we can... Oh, let's turn off the music. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, it's one room, but it's pretty nice, all things given. Absolutely. Yeah. In terms of like floor space wise, I'm currently in an apartment that we like share, like kitchen and laundry room and things like that. And weirdly enough, I think floor space wise, it's maybe equitable, but I would not have to share with other people. That'd be wild. Yes, I love this jumper. I am not one for Christmas jumpers, but I do have this one. It feels fantastically modern enough for me. Wiggling around so you can see it. Yes. So this is like my bar humbug Christmas jumper. But yeah. Ah, fantastic. That I am really enjoying it so far. Small little tech hiccup aside. What I'm going to go and do is that I'm going to go put us on our standby screen for 5 minutes while I go and rehydrate and get some snacks, and you guys can rehydrate and get some snacks. But before we do that, I should probably check what donations we got, because our donations have increased. Tab gave us £10. Thank you so much, Tab. I really appreciate it. Tab is a good friend of mine in the real world. We have worked on a lot of creative projects together, so it's really cool that he'd be supporting me on this as well. That's fantastic. Yes. If you all tuning in would be interested also in donating to Special Effect. Special Effect are a UK-based charity who ensure that no matter who you are, no matter your age or your ability, you are able to make games accessible to you. They are fantastic in this kind of modern era of games where we are increasingly treating games as a serious art form that can be played by everybody, and accessibility is important. And by donating to Special Effect, you are helping those who might not necessarily have the technology or the software to enjoy such a diverse medium actually play those games for themselves. So you can donate if you're looking at, or if you're tuning in on Twitch, there is a link just below. You can click the URL below as well to go and see the wide variety of, because it's not just me who's doing streams for Special Effect. Not all. But multiple people who are part of Black Twitch UK are donating. So please do also go check. There are also rewards. Yes, fantastic. The rewards are live. So if you go to this URL that I will post in the Twitch doobly-doo, this one right here, there are multiple rewards that you can do. So if you donate £2, you can ask me a game design question, whether it's about tabletop or video games, and I'll answer it live on air. No question is too silly. I have been involved in tabletop RPG design for a while, and game design in the small ways for a little bit, and talking about knowledge and interests and ways that we can broaden our own design horizons is something really important to me. So yes, please do donate £2 and I will talk about that live on air with you. Also, we all of the people who are participating in this charity fundraiser are holding raffles for a Elgato Stream Deck and an Elgato Wave 3 mic. I already use the Stream Deck in real life right here. I use it to switch between scenes when I am doing my tabletop RPG streams, and it's been super useful for that. So if you are the kind of person that uses stuff like voice mod and you want to change between lots of different types of voices, you can use it for that. And if you stream and want to switch between your different scenes on the fly, you can use it for that too. It's really useful. The Elgato Wave 3 mic, I cannot say too much about its particular functionalities because I do not own one, but I find that if you, in this day and age, especially now that we are working from home and in lockdown, a good microphone is essential. We are now moving beyond the age of using the inbuilt microphone in your laptop and calling that okay. It was never okay, but it's definitely not okay now when everybody has to go and listen to you in meetings, sound like you are coming through a potato down a well. So yes, if you go and check out the rewards on that URL that I posted just there earlier, you can pay £10 to be entered into the raffle for separately for both the microphone and the Stream Deck, and you can enter in as many times as you want. So if you really want that Stream Deck, you can donate in multiple times. The minutiae is streaming. Deadeye Dre, feel free to message me literally at any time. I'd be more than happy to kind of take you through this. It's actually, streaming is something that I've really grown to love and enjoy. So I would love for other people to also enjoy it more if they want to, do this form of performance art for the internet. So yeah. Feel free to hit me up on my general socials. You know how to get hold of me. And I'd be happy to talk you through it. And this isn't the only day that we are doing fundraisers. Oh, no. To remind, we will also, tomorrow at 8 p.m. Be playing through Bitrat Singularity, and then at 8 p.m. on Thursday playing through Lockhart Indigo. So 2 other fantastic indie games that are cyberpunk in nature. But for now, let's actually go take that break. It is now exactly 10 p.m. So I will see you at 10:05. We'll be right back. Hi, welcome back everybody. I hope you all had a nice break, a little longer than 5 minutes. I apologize, I needed to throw some food in my face. I was surprisingly hungry. But yes, we are back to continue playing a bit more Cloudpunk. But what we feeling about Cloudpunk so far? Okay, so Falkirk Epsilon asked what happened. So let's go and do a little bit of a recap about what was happening before. So our main character, our courier, was living outside the city, and then for some reason she had to basically sell everything that she owned to debtors and move to the city to be able to kind of, keep living. It seemed she had to pack up her life and chose to become a courier. However, the courier company that she ended up working for, Cloudpunk, seems to be doing shady criminal business that might have taken lives after delivering a ticking package to a delivery port that seems to have exploded. However, because we are on thin ice, we need to earn our money, and if we don't earn enough money, we could be thrown on the streets, whether that's a threat in the narrative or actually mechanically we could get a game over if we don't do our deliveries properly. Remains to be seen, but it does mean that we might have to do occasionally some terrible things in order to survive. When we took our break, we made our way back to our apartment, which actually, in terms of its size, is probably pretty equatable, if not slightly larger than the actual living space I have in real life. And that place has a balcony, and this place sure as hell doesn't. We were also asked to go look into a letter that was sent to our apartment that might have been for our neighbor, who is an android suffering from some memory loss. So with all those bits and pieces out of the way... Oh, no, let's talk a little bit once more about what we're doing and why we're here. Well, in addition to this being an episode of Cyberpunk Book Club, where we treat all games as media texts and discuss them in the context of their messaging and sociopolitics, this is also Special Effects Cybermas. Yes, we're playing this game and then a handful of other games this week to raise money for Special Effect, a charity that helps members of the public with accessibility options when it comes to playing video games. Fantastic charity. Games as an art form are, I think, super important and increasingly important as a media as we progress, and giving everybody the equal opportunity to play them is really, really important to me. So I am doing that in conjunction with Black Twitch UK, which is a collective of, as the name suggests, black people who stream on Twitch, and many of them are running their own charity streams, but you can tune into mine there. I've posted that link in the chat, and it's also in the Twitch doobly-doo below if you want to go and check it out that way. Please do give us your support. There are rewards available, some incentives. If you donate £2... Oh, no. We're not near the end. We were just on a break. So don't worry about it. Hi, Pixie. Thank you for tuning in. I really, really appreciate it. Thank you. We wanted to go for Ice Queen today. Yes. Look at that contour. The earring. Couture. Yes. We're just going through some of the donation incentives, and then we'll go back into playing a bit more gameplay. Yes, I always love a cheekbone that can be seen from space. It's important to me. If you donate £2, you get to ask me a game design question. So that is basically anything about video game or tabletop games. I will, no question too silly. I will answer it to the best of my ability. I love talking about game design with other people. Pretty much every member of Black Twitch UK is doing part of this particular charity drive, is offering tickets for the raffle, two separate raffles actually, one for an Elgato Stream Deck and one for an Elgato Wave 3 microphone, both of those really useful for streaming. The Elgato Stream Deck is something that I own and get a lot of use out of in terms of switching between scenes while streaming, and anybody under current circumstances, everybody needs a quality microphone, especially now that everybody's working from home. Nobody wants to hear your garbage laptop mic. Get a real one, and you can get a real one for only £10 by entering into this raffle. Falco Exelon talks about Neofeud as a good game for the book club. It is on the list. Yes, I follow the designer of that on Twitter. He's been really, really passionate about promoting the game and is really unabashed about the politics that it explores, and I think that is really important, really powerful. So that is definitely on the list. Oh, it tells me in the thing that you've donated. Yes. Fantastic. Thank you so much for the £2. I will double check how I can see what the question you asked is, because surely Tiltify would give me a way to be able to handle that. God. This is technology that is entirely new to me. There's no question. Oh, okay. Well, the fact that you donated at all, I think that's legit. Please, thanks for going outside of the rules. Gosh. breaking the rules. I appreciate you breaking the rules, absolutely. But, you know, if you want to ask me a game design question that I'll chat about on stream, feel free. You've earned it. I think with that, we're going to go and take another sip of Aldi bottom shelf wine. And get back to it. Yes, there we go. I am definitely a red wine drinker, and we are definitely in the era of mulled wine drinking right now.
Driver 14 FC, this is Control. Come in. We need you to deliver a package to the Sinwave nightclub. You're going to have to deliver in person to the rooftop. That's where you can access the VIP area.
So I just go to the door and...
Not gonna lie to you, kid. This one is gonna be tricky, but I think you can do it. The club's picky about who gets in. Have you heard of Lomo?
No.
He's the owner of the club, and most of this sector, too. He's got a piece of every business in the Undertown. And he didn't get them by asking nicely. Be careful around him.
I will. Are they expecting me?
Sure. I'm just letting you know you might come up against some resistance. These are powerful people, so watch what you say.
Powerful people?
Let's just say they're very private clients who have reason to suspect any strangers might be undercover corpsec. You'll have to convince them otherwise.
Understood.
And 14 FC?
Yeah?
This has been a tough night for the company. We're understaffed and overworked, and we keep losing contact with drivers. There's something in the air tonight.
Losing contact?
If you do a good job on this delivery, all past infractions are forgiven. Understood?
Understood.
To answer Pixie's questions in chat, you have a wine guy now? Yes, indeed. I mean, I don't know that too much about wine. I kind of, you know, I know what I like. A friend of mine who I affectionately call my gay mentor taught me to appreciate wine. And yeah, I've become a red wine drinker ever since. Mostly, back in my student days, it was cheap rosé. So, like, you know, we've gone up in the world since then. Dessert wines are fantastic. I am definitely a port person myself. You know, a snifter of port after a good meal. But also, that's super threatening. It's like, oh, they might think that I am corpsec. They might think I am essentially private hire police. And on this channel, we are definitely not police. Oh, Gravas wine. Haven't tried any of that. Be willing to. This is big loading. Okay. I guess it's because it has to load the entire map, so that would be why. Apparently there was a punch card in my apartment. I didn't see it. Okay, let's enter the loading zone again. Let's see if I can actually find this card. I want to do this side quest. It's important. Don't you hate that when, like, an important thing that you need to do is on the other side of, like, a loading door, and then you're like, how do I get at it? And you're trying to do so, you basically spend 5 minutes just going through loading screens. That's a sink that is probably not going to have this letter. Back in the PS1 and PS2 days, yeah. Oh, I can buy things to make my life nicer. Get a random pizza daily for 1 month. A fridge. A desk chair. Oh, there's more? A retro game console, music player. I mean, a music player, nice. I guess that unlocks the jukebox mode, and that's neat. I care about that. Yeah, these are all just specific upgrades. I want to find if I want a lifetime of pizza. See, in real life, I'm lactose intolerant. I gave up pizza some years ago. So the idea of infinite pizza would actually be a very Twilight Zone kind of punishment. As delicious as pizza is, and I miss it occasionally, like lacto-free cheese is actively disgusting. Don't eat it. It's bad. So yeah, pizza with lacto-free cheese on it is not really much of a reward. I never really gave up ice cream though. I do not see where this punch card is in my apartment. I do not see where it is. Unless the voxels are obfuscating where I can actually interact with this thing. I might have to set this side quest aside because I do not see it. Okay, well, let's not dwell looking around my apartment, because we have a video game to play and I want to go to this nightclub. So I might have to go and talk to this android and say, hey, sorry B, couldn't find it. My bad. Yeah, something I've noticed this game does definitely have its extensive loading screens. But I guess if it's rendering a really elaborate city, then that's the nature of the thing. Nature of the beast. We were talking a little bit earlier about sandbox games and how Yakuza Like a Dragon was kind of handling that sort of thing comparatively.
I found the card. You can have it.
Oh, it was just
Thank
automatic.
you.
Okay, cool. Oh, it's the punch card.
So what is it?
A punch card.
Which is...
A relic. Dr. Zijits liked old things. Antiques. Our home is filled with grandfather clocks, teapots, DVD players. But this card... I know this is just the first of many.
Where are the rest? You don't want me to check with all our neighbors, do you?
Well, I found
The
some out
rest
in the
were
world.
with Dr. Zizic.
Oh!
They're scattered.
So where is
Hi,
Dr.
Tom.
Zizic?
Yes,
She is also
yes.
scattered.
Feel free to hang out with me and
You
chat if
mean-
you like. It'd be a
Last
pleasure
month,
to have
the
you.
1875B shuttle for Phobos took off from Terminal B, while the launch bay doors were still closed.
Lovely to join in.
One
Hiya!
of the
How you
series of
doing? How you
systemic failures
doing?
that took place
Very
across
good,
a range
very
of
good.
Novalis' safety protocol
We're in the
algorithms.
middle of a
The
robot
explosion
talking to
caught
us
over 100
extensively.
vehicles in
But
the
when
blast
she's
radius,
done, I will
including Dr.
make sure that you can
Zizic's
get the camera
So
feed
she's-
that isn't the Twitch
I'm
stream.
sorry.
You did not know her.
How you doing? How
but
you doing?
Thank you.
Very
She
good,
was your
very good.
flatmate?
Just enjoying my
We were
last
best friends.
day before I go into
We came to
full
Novalis
isolation
together.
for a week.
We met at the periphery.
Ah.
She was the last
Thought I'd
doctor
try
to leave.
definitely make the effort to see
I was
this
the
one,
last
'cause I've,
surgeon.
I've
So
got it on
you
my,
are Dr.
favourites and
Evelyn?
son, Stephen Cloudpunk
Although
does
I
look
was
very
conferred the
cool.
title, none of the
I've been
humans
enjoying it
used
so far.
But
The
if
controls
you were operating
are
and saving lives, you were a doctor.
not
If no one calls you a
clunky,
doctor or
just a little
treats you like
difficult.
one,
Like the driving
you are not
controls,
a
I found a
doctor.
bit easy to oversteer.
Still, you were saving
but,
lives
I'm
and-
enjoying it so far.
Please do not tell me how to label myself.
Sorry.
I
So the
do
periphery?
love the,
I hear it was
pseudo
pretty
sort of-
dangerous out there.
Not quite Minecraft
was,
aesthetic going
but
for it.
Novalis
Yeah,
was
big
dangerous
voxels.
too.
Is it better here in the city?
I saw terrible things at the periphery, but there was hope. Friends. I have not found those things here yet.
Will you set up practice here in Novalis?
I don't know. Dr. Zizic had a plan for us, but it is no longer in my memories.
I guess I can look for these pages. I travel around the city, so
It would help me a great deal.
I found a couple
Please
of
bring
those
me any you
already.
find.
Okay, okay.
I will. And if you need anything else,
There are 20.
well, we're neighbors,
Ugh.
right?
Ooh.
We can look out for each other.
Yes. Neighbors.
Don't be so ominous. Jeez. Okay, hold on. Let me make sure that you can get the camera feed.
Lovely.
We will be sharing
It's
video.
very-
No, not my webcam. I don't need to show you
Very
my
nice to hear
webcam.
you twice.
Yeah. not the plan. Not the plan. There we
Just
go.
turning up to completely disrupt your stream, don't mind me.
Oh no, it is perfectly fine. I love having company on streams like these. That should be visible on Discord for you now, my dear. Let me know if you can see movement and hear sound.
Is it the top end of on-air chat?
Yeah, should be. The video feed should be sent through to you. Let me know if it's not.
Aha.
We're in. Nice. Okay, fantastic. So yeah. No, this is I must say, kind of pretty standard Cyberpunk in terms of its aesthetics. It definitely is wearing its Blade Runner references heavily on its sleeve, with the kind of like neon signs in Japanese but not like
Yeah. how did it launch on the home consoles on launch day? Was it a buggy mess? Oh, hilarious.
Oh god, yeah. I mean, it took its sweet time loading, but it's not crashed on me. I've not had any visual glitches. There's been no accidental or incidental racism or transphobia. We seem to be doing all right.
Bonus in the game. It's good shit.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I'm so glad that there are games like that out there that are setting the bar so low. In terms of...
It was like one of my colleagues at work who wasn't sort of aware of the sort of outstanding issues around the game, who'd been quite looking forward to it and purchased it. Like, yeah, I refunded it after 24 hours because it just doesn't fucking work. It's like, yeah, sorry about that.
Yeah. We were kind of talking around it a little bit earlier, not kind of like, but now we're in it. Now we're actually actively throwing shade live on stream.
Oh, absolutely.
Because I've been spending so much of my time playing Yakuza Like a Dragon and its sandbox world, and how it is actually pretty not on the nose, but kind of direct about how it feels about living in the city when you are a destitute person, and being working class, and the relationships with crime and the police, and it's just there. It's just the plot of the game without...
Yeah.
And it's so good, effortless.
Yeah, no. I mean, as for my own personal things recently, certainly I mentioned in chat about Larian Games, which is like how I kind of like a company to actually behave as a sort of game design company. It's like they are enjoying the thing that they are making and they are engaging with their players, and anything that the content that you see created of it, it's like, yeah, it's like this is done with the joy of making the game, rather than oh god, we need to rush this out and make people work 120-hour crunch weeks and all the other horrors that are entailing with it. But she'll possibly stop distracting your fantastic game run through with.
No, it's all good. I mean, we
well,
kind
of
of
not to this week.
Yeah, I mean, why do you think I decided to go and play 3 Cyberpunk video games?
They don't look like Undercover Corpsec.
What would Undercover Corpsec look like, Camus?
It's also such a shame because
guess
Cyberpunk
maybe
was
like
something
us.
that
We have
in a
to
vacuum
act
I'd
natural,
love to
not
play.
suspicious.
Exactly.
So I really enjoy. It
is hard
lovely,
to
it
act
sounds
not
great,
suspicious
but...
when you are worried about being killed.
You know what else doesn't help?
Talking too much?
You're learning fast,
our AI
Camus.
partner is a talking dog, by the way.
Oh, that just massively excels this game in any opinion I've got of it.
Yeah, I'm not a dog person at all, but the dog is cute. The dog is cute and surprisingly insightful, considering its kind of like speech patterns make it sound like the one from Up. Yeah, the crunch is also, you know, especially considering we're getting games released like Hades or whatever that are intentionally anti-crunch in their design. There is so little excuse.
No, very much so. Yeah. Also, aesthetic-wise, I'm loving the vague Fifth Element vibes I'm getting from this, which is probably one of my favourite. Sort of pseudo sci-fi.
Yeah, you raised a really good point about the Fifth Element inspiration. The buildings make me think of Blade Runner more, but the kind of flying cars and air traffic thing is absolutely Fifth Element. Yeah. Ruby Rod is a personal style inspiration. Kind of unironically, actually. I really... the outfits were done by Jean-Paul Gaultier, so it's genuine couture that all the characters are wearing in that movie.
I do love, wasn't it, years later they came back and said, what is the Fifth Element? It's like, yeah, it's basically just sex. It's like, okay, that's quite funny.
Oh my gosh, it's been it's been a little while since I watched it. When I watched it last, friends and I were trying to go and make a cosplay that required a bodysuit. I was going to be doing a Steven Universe cosplay as Garnet and then Sardonyx. This whole kind of like outfit reveal thing, but it required, you know, a lycra bodysuit to be in because that's the character design. And the way to do that is to do a duct tape dummy. So basically, you go and wear pajamas that you don't mind being destroyed, and then over the top of the pajamas, they cover you in duct tape.
Oh wow!
Like they mummify you up to the neck, and then they cut you out of it like a cocoon, and you emerge. but it means that you have to basically semi-T-pose for 2 hours, an hour and a half, while they kind of mummify you up. So we're like, well, what are we going to watch while we're doing that? And the answer was The Fifth Element. So it was, I mean, I was semi paying attention to it because it's also kind of it's a very vulnerable experience.
Yeah.
Because not only do they have to, duct tape you literally everywhere, they also have to cut you out of it so you just emerge in your underwear. Which I didn't really think about at the time until they were halfway through the cutting process. It was kind of like, so my room's unlocked. Can you please get my dressing gown from my room, please? Because I will cry. I will burst into tears.
I love it. Yeah. But yeah, loving the city design of this game. It's absolutely beautiful.
With the Vangelis-inspired synthwave. Okay, let's do a slow pan while we look around.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the vibes are strong. The vibes are very, very strong.
It was one thing I did really enjoy about the more recent Blade Runner film was, although it wasn't Vangelis doing the soundtrack for it, by God, it sounded inspired by and got the right vibe for it, in my personal opinion. And it was, as much as cinema is now possibly in 2020 becoming a dying art, it was definitely a film I'm so happy I went to the cinema to see.
Yes. I admit, I fell asleep partway through the movie.
Fully appreciating, letting it sink in.
Yeah, I don't know. It was what do you mean this road's blocked? How do I get into the back road?
Just high walls.
Yeah, there's no jumping in this game, so it's right. Sorry, I have to talk to the bouncer to get through.
Who are you?
Ooh, deep voice.
I'm here to deliver a package.
Sure you are. Fuck off.
Look, I need to get past. They're expecting me in the VIP area upstairs.
Make it worth my while.
How? I don't have much money.
I don't want money. Get me some juice.
Juice?
Tram and all bottles. Corpsec aren't allowed to hold them. So if you bring me some, I know you ain't a cop, and I can sell them.
I love a deep-voiced character in a thing. Always a fan.
Man with a massive perspex chin as well.
Big narco. Does he maybe have
from
narcotics?
The East, lady? You're good, but no corpsec. Got it?
Oh, yeah, they have juice. $88. I can afford that. That's fine.
I don't have much money. I can afford 15 Jews at a push.
Yeah, I know, right? Well, the game doesn't necessarily know how much you have on you at any given time. Also, there seems to be the implied plot thread that if we don't do this job right, we won't be able to afford rent. So,
okay.
Watch me get jumped by police walking a block to this dude. Okay.
I brought your juice.
Apple juice.
Clove. Let's see what the music choice is.
Right, do we get a music change?
Lots of whoops.
Yeah.
Oh, quite mellow.
But we may just be because we're in the outside area. No, the DJ's right here. Sup, dude? Can I... Oh, first person view is wild. Okay. Yeah, you got some Skrillex hair over one eye while wearing visor energy. Love your rig, man. So high tech. Right, okay, enough games. Alright, this is the person we're supposed to speak to.
I'm the delivery driver. I have your package.
You're not Carmine. He used to run my packages.
He retired.
Retired, eh? You know who I am, driver.
Lomo?
That's right. You bring me packages. No questions. No mistakes. We'll be friends. If you let me down, probably not.
I understand.
What's your name?
Rania.
Well, Rania, I have some advice for you. You want to hear it?
Sure.
You got a don't fuck with me look on your face. But those are some clean hands. In the city, you've got to adapt quick. All the shit in the world ends up in the sea. But we still swim in it. If you dilute anything enough, it becomes tolerable.
Man's accent is all over the place.
Not really.
The city moves real fast, and you got to move with it. You make a million choices a day to survive in Nivalis. And some of those choices are gonna hurt folks. You ain't got time to think about that. You just keep moving. Understand?
I think so.
All right. Get going then, Rania. Cora willing, you might just make it through the night.
I don't want to poke fun at your business sense, but that job paid you 150 and you paid the bounce like 88 to
just
get in.
to get in, I know, right? Hustled. Hustled.
That bouncer knows what shit is.
What's this thing that I can pick up? Okay. Yeah, his accent started out like Spanish, and then it kind of went Eastern European with Rania, and then it sounded kind of like Japanese for a while.
Camus, you there?
Voice actors, man, it's a hard job.
I'm here.
Camus, people keep mentioning Cora. What is it?
Not sure. Just an expression?
Yeah, I get that, but it must come from somewhere. Do a basic search through Open Web and PubWeb.
Searching. 872 different definitions for Cora.
Just give me the gist.
In the city of Nivalis, Cora can be used in common parlance to refer to the personification of luck or fate, can be uttered as a blessing or a curse, can refer to the hacker collective or cult of the same name, can be an expletive or used as a noun to refer to the AI governing specific aspects of logistics, theology, sociology, or infrastructure of city operation. In historical context, can refer to the...
Okay, that's plenty. You know, you really need to learn a bit about the word relevance, Camus.
Should I look it up? Wait, we have an incoming call.
Kid, you there? Ready for another job?
Sure thing. Hey, Control, what is Cora?
Cora, a code word used by hackers, an anarchist group, an expression for when you're tired of shit. Why do you ask?
It doesn't matter. Just give me my next job.
You're delivering to an unsanctioned street race.
Oh.
So watch out for CorpSec. Pick up a drive converter from Emmett's garage. Your delivery target is Never Slow Joe. Control out.
Camus, are you there?
What a hacker name.
Camus, I want you to do a deep search for Cora. Not mainstream corp networks. Hit the deep net and the undernet.
Is it important?
I don't know.
Really
I see it everywhere. And there was something about Control's reaction. It means something to him.
Won't we get in trouble?
Something about the immersion of bouncing round the forecourt of the garage.
Oh, this deals you damage, by the way.
You're running on a low clock speed processor, so that's why you're struggling. Take yourself offline while you do the search. I'll be okay without you for a while. You need to swim. You remember how to do that? You need to copy yourself into the other networks and travel upstream.
I remember.
You're looking for Cora, remember? I want old data. Where did the name come from? That's your focus.
Okay.
I will try. Going now.
Camus Automata now offline.
That's probably not what you're supposed to use your AI for. Standard synthwave beats to deliver packages to. Motherfucker.
The joys of driving through with no traffic lights anywhere.
Oh, I swear I'm so lucky that you don't just plummet out the sky if you hit something, because we would have died so many times already. Yeah, no, this, despite being kind of a visual novel, maybe, there is definitely a degree of, like, mechanical competence this game wants from you. Because my kind of like agent guy was scolded me for taking too much damage. So it's like, oh, that matters. Okay.
It's very technically pretty for quite a low res. So
Oh yeah, there's a reason why this game takes so long to load, I guess. Okay, we survived. We did it. Okay.
I think you should have to take the bus going forward.
Critical like a driver converter?
Yeah, I mean,
converter?
Sure.
In a game that was more physically grounded, I would love to kind of parkour or rollerblade courier style. I'd love that type of courier. Very Mirror's Edge. There we go.
It wears out fast, but without it, you got no grav lift. The sump builds up residue from the runoff because we got no clean water down here no more. Only the fancy overcloud hovas can run without a drive converter because they use pure H2O. You're not listening, are you?
Nope.
I think they need this pretty quickly.
You're right, they do. You better get going.
What do they do with it when they get it?
They don't mess around with it. That's the main thing they do, or don't do. Once they stick the drive converter in the universal maintenance slot under the passenger seat, the servitors will fit it in on the fly. Unless they've got an old manual.
I have no idea whether the
case,
dialogue in this game is skippable.
You know what? Never
I hope
mind.
they're going to ask you
I know
questions
you're
on it
not
when you get to the
interested.
delivery point.
I'll let you go. See you around, kid.
Definitely what I do if I was designing a game, which is probably why I'm never allowed to design games.
I mean, you know, they did a thing earlier actually in terms of giving you a passcode that it made you enter it in manually, but you could also look it up in the kind of like previous history, and I like that blend of if you remember, then the process is faster, but if you don't remember, it's not going to be like, haha, you fool! Because
time to reload a save.
I hate it when tabletop RPG, when like GMs make you do that, being like, you didn't write down this really specific detail. There's no way you can do the thing now. I'm like, nah. If my character remembers, then I remember. Don't do this.
I have a personal hatred for doing puzzles in tabletop RPGs just for... I think mostly university age of, it's a 4-level puzzle. Oh, we've got an extra player. It's a 5-level puzzle. No, don't do that.
It's not how that works. Wait, hold on. Do I have to... There's no... I guess I just have to keep descending until I find it?
It looks like, yeah, because you're pretty much sat on
there isn't... I can't go any lower. Maybe it's an up arrow. I have to kind of ascend.
Oh, top of one of the buildings.
Where is Never Slow Joe? Are you part of the race? I've got a drive converter for him.
They went already. I'm the start line.
Can I head them off?
Oh, I'm really just here to wave them off, miss.
Damn it. Control, are you on the comm? What do I do? The race has already started.
I'm here. Joe won't get far without that part. I'm giving you a nav point. Seems like he might have broken down.
Oh my god,
already.
I'm gonna chase him.
Seriously?
You have to complete this job. Remember what we told you when you signed up. No failures.
And not looking in the package.
He's not even going to be able to land safely. Get to him as fast as you can.
I'm not much of a racer. I'll try.
Do I have to
You can do
deliver it
this,
on
kid.
foot?
Remember, straight roads are for fast cars, but the city is for fast drivers.
This feels like it's implying it's a driving challenge, but...
Yeah, but I don't see him. I'm apparently 20 units away. I am here. Ish. Hopefully I don't waste fuel just kind of being like, where is it?
There's no horrible campdown bothering you, so...
No.
There's a parking spot just
yeah,
where...
I guess I need to park and then see if I can do it on foot. Let's descend. Yeah, this game has been... There's a point where we were delivering a bomb earlier. It was ominously ticking, and then we were like, there's no way it could actually be a bomb, and then it was just a bomb. But yeah, there was no warning. It wasn't going to be... There was no countdown. We delivered it to its destination, and then sometime afterwards it blew up.
Hey, Tico, right? Did you have any luck
NPC
finding...
that I ran into earlier.
Nari? No, I don't know what to do.
When did you last see her?
I don't know how to answer that question.
Months? Years? You don't know? So where did you last see her?
Back in Tokyo, during the Sakura. We had a picnic in the park.
Tokyo. Sorry, I don't know the city very well. Is that below Midtown?
It is a different city.
You mean like a different district?
When I last saw her, it was not in Nivalis.
Sorry, Tico, I think you might be getting confused. There is only Nivalis. Everything west is just townships and settlements. There are no more cities. This is it.
We grew up together. I've known her since I was 13.
Tico, that must have been a very long time ago.
I don't really understand when people talk like that.
You don't understand what? Time?
When people say the feelings are from long ago, they don't change. The people you cared about when you were young, have those feelings gone away?
I guess not, but some of them aren't around to love anymore.
I don't understand. We sat under the cherry blossoms. She ate fresh strawberries, and we watched the sun rise together every day through the summer. Then one day the sun rose, and it was too bright, far too bright. Her family said they would have to move away.
I think your memories go back very far, Tico.
Nari and I grew up together. Even after the big sunrise when she moved away, all I wanted was to see her again. When she left, it was like I didn't exist anymore. When she moved to Tokyo, we would see each other less and less often. Then, one day, it is not fair.
I moved here from far away too. I know how you feel.
Are you alone here too?
Not quite. I have one friend, maybe two.
I have to keep looking for Nari. She might be looking for me too.
Where will you go next?
I have heard people live in the thermal vents where they use the steam to stay alive. I will look for Nari there. She always liked the bathhouses.
That sounds like a good plan.
Do you think the vents will be like the bathhouses back in our village?
I don't think so, Tico. But you never know.
So I assume that's some sort of bomb reference, the dawn that comes brighter.
Yeah, maybe. A lot of the, I guess, backstory of the game is kind of talked about in abstract a lot. So I'm still not necessarily seeing where this is supposed to be. Is it above the bridge, maybe? Because the marker is saying that it's up in the air.
Yeah.
So Alright.
Doesn't seem very obvious.
Okay, let's try one more time. And if it turns out to be a functional bust, we can quietly park the game for the time being while we... there he is.
Okay.
I saw his name, but I don't think my ship can go any higher. Oh no, it can. So there is Never Slow Joe. How do I... Because...
Get out of my car. Throw the part at him.
Yeah, that's... I guess I would need to work out how to physically get up here. Right, let's see. Do I genuinely have to do a whole bunch of walkway puzzles to get up here? Because I could just yell at him from my car, being like, "Oi! Oi!" Alright, fine. Let's see, where's the elevator here then?
Is there not a parking spot on this level, or is that...
Well, look, I have a horrible feeling it was down there, but...
yeah, and it's making you...
do the long way around.
Is that an elevator to your... behind you immediately?
Those big glowing ones are foot elevators. They can't be used on the... so there are two. There are a couple. Okay. So yeah, on foot.
Yeah.
Alright.
Fair enough.
Understood.
So it's the thing where you design the city in 3 dimensions.
Yeah! It needs to still make sense in a way. Oof, that's always really disconcerting. I played like last year. I played a decent chunk of Dragon Quest XI, which was at the time one of the big JRPG games. Yeah. And one of the things I noticed about it that I found quite impressive is that all of the areas in the game, where's the lift? There you are. all of the areas in the game are designed to be depth was really factored in to how it was built. Yeah. And that was really neat. Like exploring the maps in that game was actually a lot of fun because you got to find all sorts of bits and pieces.
It's definitely a talent, especially in sort of semi-open world games where it's just making something big isn't great for immersion. It's a very hard balance to strike.
Are you never slow, Joe?
No, I am currently very slow, Joe. You got my converter?
Yeah.
Thanks, Cloudpunk. I'm gonna give you this old one. It's busted, but if you get it back to Emmett, he can fix it up and sell it on for a good handful of limbs.
These converters are worth a lot of money?
They sure are. I owe Emmett, so you make sure it gets back to him safe, you hear? Without the trade-in value in that busted converter, I wouldn't be able to afford this repair. My racing days would be over. Early retirement. I'd go mad.
I'll get it back to Emmett.
Thanks, Cloudpunk. Yeah, I can't believe you drive around the city in that piece of junk. You're braver than me, kid. What do they call you?
Rania.
That's no good.
My name's no good? What do you suggest?
On the run, Rania. What do you think?
I like it.
All
Please.
Right, on the run, Rania. I gotta go. I've got a race to win. I'll see you around.
It would be very, very good if Rania's name in the kind of text box was now permanently on the run, Rania.
Yeah. I also love the little graffitis that you see sort of kicking about on the walls as you're running by. There's very lovely attention to detail being lavished on the city.
Yeah, I wonder actually how long the dev... I wonder how long the dev time
that?
was for this game, because this is...
On the run, Rania? I don't like it.
He's a racer, not a poet, Camus.
Are you going to take the old part back to the mechanic man?
I'm not sure. If I sold it, I'd make a lot of limbs quick.
Won't you get in trouble?
I don't think so. The races are illegal and dangerous. Joe is an old man. Maybe it would be safer if he retired. If I give this part back to Emmett to settle his old debts, he'll keep racing.
So, are you going to sell the part at some other mechanic man? Or take it to the Mr. Emmett mechanic man?
You know, just to drive home the moral choice that I've been allotted, despite it in my little kind of like to-do list already giving me that option. But still, yeah, I mean, I'm not going to take art away from an old man. That would be kind of antithetical. I did, although I did knowingly deliver a bomb to what is possibly a train station, so I am clearly already a terrible person. I'm going to the yellow market.
I know how alignment systems balance out.
Yeah. You eventually just middle of the road and it's fine. Let's not crash into that shit. That was you speaking about Larian games earlier. Their process to games development, I really, Jesus Christ, admire. But their writing is fucking wild.
Yeah, it's a bit interesting, isn't it? It's I do love the sort of back history of them getting the Baldur's Gate license, where they approached Wizards years ago for it and went, we'll do Baldur's Gate, and they said no. And they produced Divinity 2 and went, we'll do Baldur's Gate for you.
Like, oh, come on, didn't know that there was that side to the story.
Yeah, very much so. It was bit of a push for it, because obviously it's a bit of an old golden license that hasn't been touched for years, which didn't stop them making shit Diablo spin-offs of it.
Joe's near as old as me. Can't believe he's still racing.
I enjoyed my playthrough with Divinity.
Close enough. He doesn't
playing
win
through
many
with
races
Will.
these days.
For most of this year, actually. We got.
It's a long game.
To retire.
We sort of insisted on doing every side quest, so it was over 100 hours of playtime. Definitely got our playtime out of it.
That's good.
I mean, not to cause upset,
See you
but
later,
Will Joe keep racing?
The first chapter of
guess
Baldur's
that's up
Gate,
to
which is
him.
the early access bit, you can spend about 40 hours on. They reckon that's about a fifth of the game for their intent of it. It's like, oh wow.
I found out more about Cora.
Yeah,
it's very confusing.
Hold on to it for now. I've got something I've got to do.
Another job?
No, if you're about to give me a headache worth of data, I need a coffee first.
We still have the gas to be able to get coffee. Yeah. That scope is definitely. I mean, like, it was a mixture of us playing it as 4 players. So doing the side quest was, getting maximum hours out of being able to experience the game. I don't know whether it needed to be 100 and something hours. I love the battle system. The battle system's amazing. I really enjoy that.
No, absolutely. I mean, it's hard as well. And certainly playing the early access of Baldur's Gate 3, it's also really challenging because it's like the problem with whether you're a fan of Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition or not. I think one of the things you sort of lose is when you've got someone who's a GM running it. It can be quite a fair system, like any of those sort of things. But when you're using it as a fixed rule system,
you gonna
really
die.
Harsh.
Yeah.
It's like, this encounter just fucked you up and you died.
The computer is not going to pull punches. The computer don't care if you get salty.
Yeah, exactly.
Computer isn't going to let you use that rule from Unearthed Arcana either.
Though it will always remember to add that +1 that you always forget about.
True. I always forgot my proficiency bonus when I was playing 5th Ed. Yeah, no, we'll see how I feel about playing Baldur's Gate 3, because there's a variety of things that we were kind of, after finishing Divinity, we're like, do we want to do another one of those? And the answer was at the time, I was like, nah, we're currently playing 9 Parchments instead, which is actually it's tame Magicka, maybe is probably a way to put it. Magicka by way of Streets of Rage 4, where it's quite arcadey and short.
I've been quite enjoying some Northgard myself on small companies, as sort of somewhere being quite sort of Age of Empires / Civilization light.
An RTS.
And plays very nicely for like multiplayer sort of versus computer or versus your friends if you're being particularly competitive.
Yeah, I was going to ask, if it's co-op, then it might be a thing that we might need to add to our pile of games to try, because
it's quite good fun. It's a small studio that's doing quite a good job of and enjoys its source material. Yeah, quite nice. As much as I do enjoy my sort of cyberpunky stuff, I've always got a soft spot for sort of mythology type things and fantasy.
Where do I park?
This is it.
It's not even that there's a lack of parking bays, they're just really far away. You would figure infrastructure-wise that they would put a parking bay on both sides of this massive chasm.
I mean, there's not even that many parking spots when you consider how many cars there is.
Yeah. I guess this is a opportunity for lots of dialogue-y bits. It's the voice acting in this game is solid enough. I wouldn't necessarily say it's great, but it's on an indie budget, so I'm not going to be mad about it. But I am.
I mean, honestly, for an indie budget, the graphic levels that you get in, like, I mean, pretty sure we're in 2020 now, and it's like, but it's still quite spectacular to give it its due.
Getting all of that, squeezing every bit of Unity to do all the bits and pieces it needs to. But the remainder of that thought was kind of like, if they didn't voice it, I would have,
come here a minute.
Done all the voices, which is fun. I enjoy doing all the voices.
I just want to talk.
It's kind of a shame
I can tell.
that they.
Because of my dark, exotic eyes, right? Give me a break.
No, because you obviously don't realize who
I know, right?
When someone around here gets my attention,
the
they're
90s
flattered.
movie hackers.
You're right. I don't know who you are. Let me finish my coffee in peace, please.
I'm Dynamite Simpson. Even if you haven't heard of me, you'll have heard one of my music projects for sure.
If you say so.
Look, I'm in need of some authentic Eastern fashions for my next music video. I see that embroidery on your sleeve. Eastern Peninsula, right?
You're a music video director?
I'm a record exec, video director, entrepreneur, guitar player, social media hub, brand construction technician.
Oh, so you run a band camp?
Not exactly. I'd like to use the floral design in the background for my next music video.
Much as your cultural appropriation of my favorite cardigan sounds tempting.
Tell me a little more about your people.
I really don't feel like it.
I bet your people enjoy my music, even there, beyond the city.
Oh my god, I will kick you into the abyss.
Perhaps playing my music requires technology.
I will kick you into the abyss.
Savages. We're farmers.
You found your favorite NPC, I see.
Your own music? Your own fashion? How novel. I must learn more. How could I learn about your people's music?
Oh my god, can this conversation... Oh, okay, I can...
Bach.
Right.
So you're a musician.
Not anymore.
Shooting begins in 5 minutes. I'll learn more about your music, but for now, can I take a photo of that design?
If you pay me.
Perhaps, if you tell me more. What does the pattern mean?
It's a catapult. For my people, it's a gift mothers give their daughters to protect them.
From?
Predatory men.
This'll be perfect in Dolly's next movie.
I have one in my pocket. I brought it from home. It's dried.
Really? Might I have it?
Show me the limbs.
Here, take them. You would really allow me to have this? Sell your cultural gift from your mother?
Sure, I gotta eat.
Excellent. I think this will look fantastic in Dolly's hair in the music video. Pleasure doing business with you. I must go, but we might speak again.
Oh my
Goodbye.
god. Dynamite Simpson, I will not buy your album on Bandcamp. Push me out the way. Come back here. Come back here. I'll fuck you up.
Your mother's flower. You gave it away.
Mom didn't give that to me. I found it growing near a sewage plant. I used it as a bookmark.
Does it really protect women from predatory men?
It's just a dead flower, Camus.
God. To quickly answer a question that is in chat, what Nine Parchments is. It is a 4-player co-op. It's like top-down like Diablo. But it's also a twin-stick shooter, and everybody's a mage. So it's kind of running through very discrete set stages, almost like a scrolling beat-em-up, which is why I mentioned Streets of Rage. So it's kind of got that scrolling beat-em-up energy. Everybody has a bunch of spells, and friendly fire is very much on. And it's kind of you working together to defeat like waves of enemies, and then occasionally giant bosses that have screen-filling attacks. Some of them apparently with quite bullet hell attacks, according to what I've seen in terms of photos. It was fun. It took a while for all of us to kind of work out what our roles are, but fun time.
I saw you looking at me from
no
over
idea
there.
why Willard had picked that up.
I was just going to ask if this was the only coffee place in this zone. I'm from out of town, and this coffee is...
Like Hova oil?
Well, I was going to say it's below average, but yeah.
No, this is the only place. I've been coming here since I was in my teens.
The only coffee
You
place
look
in
like
the
you're still
entire
in your
city.
teens.
It's the coffee. It's stunted my growth.
So you're actually...
75.
Well,
Very
Grandpa, it was nice to meet you.
Hey, wait up. What's your name?
I'm Rania. I drive deliveries, and I've got another job coming up, so...
Do you want to do something?
Are you asking me on a date?
No, I mean, we could just do something and see what happens.
Do something. How specific?
We could...
Come on, coffee guy.
Is it
What could I
every
do?
guy in this neck of the woods?
just going for it.
Shooting? I know a range downtown. They let you fire the big pulse rifles.
I don't like pulse rifles, or any guns, really. They tend to get aimed at people a lot.
We only shoot targets.
I believe the humans and the targets can coexist peacefully.
What about pizza?
Better. What kind?
Artichoke and avo? From the new hipster place uptown.
I'd eat that.
Ooh,
That's
a swing
fine.
and a miss. Sorry, coffee guy. Maybe some other time.
If I see you here again, I'll have thought of something you like, Rania.
We'll see.
I guess he had to shoot his shot, I guess, 75-year-old.
Worth a punt, why not?
Yeah.
Welcome to Neo's Neo Cafe. I'm Neo. What can I get you?
I'm gonna get myself a coffee.
That's good.
Tastier than maggot pizza is the achievement I just earned.
Thanks for this, Neo.
Have a spectacular day.
I like that all the dialogue kind of assumes I got the coffee and then talked to people, but
Hello. Is that you?
Camus, why are you calling me on the comm? I'm on a coffee break here.
I have a reason.
Is the reason that you don't like being alone?
Yes, that is it. Is it okay?
It's fine. I'm glad of the company.
Why do you need the coffee?
I've never worked night shift before, Camus. Coffee creates the illusion that I'm actually still awake. You wouldn't
Been
understand.
there.
You don't sleep.
Very much been there.
I sleep.
I guess you go offline and recompile your source code. That's a bit like sleeping.
I sleep.
Okay, I heard you. Tell me what you found out about Cora.
I found 3 different types of things about...
Camus, this data analysis and retrieval, it's not that you can't do it, it's just it's a bit dry. Why don't we let the generic automata take care of this part? You can go offline for a bit.
Sleep.
Sure.
Custom personality Camus offline. Generic automata reinstated.
Detonator?
All right, Mr. Personality. Tell me what we know about Cora now.
3 distinct data points of origin for Cora. 2 deprecated and accessible only via the underweb. Warning, your automata was detected accessing this information and your identity was compromised.
Shit. Well, too late to do anything about it now.
Why did you
Tell
ask
me what
the
you
dog
found.
to...
Give me
Okay.
the official data first.
Cora is a term colloquially used by citizens of Nivalis to refer to the combination of AI and mechanical systems, which manage the logistical and maintenance systems operating throughout the city.
I knew that much. Go on.
As an anthropomorphism of a mercurial personality, it is unclear if Cora exhibits a form of sentience or sapience. Best data suggests
Sorry, Luck.
Cora is fundamentally inconceivable by human intelligence, existing just beyond the event horizon of biological minds.
Not helpful at all. Why do people keep talking about Cora then?
Day-to-day usage of Cora in conversation invokes the term in the same way one might talk about fate, luck, or serendipity.
Example?
I checked my balance and I'm all out of credits. Cora knows where it all went.
There are 2 more data points for Cora?
Yes, one from City Archive in a defunct data pool called the Internet. Another from a paper-based text called The Exegesis, a pseudo-historical book scanned and OCR'd 109,572.75 days ago.
Read me the extract of the exib whatever.
Are you also now immediately
Reigning
Googling
atop a
this?
hierarchy of smaller automatons, VIs, androids, and machines, Cora is the last of the 12 founders. Complex AIs that formed an advisory council for the human rulers of the city. Why did the founders fail? Did their source code encounter insurmountable logical errors? Or, worst of all, did the founders choose to abandon humanity? And if so, will Cora soon make that same choice?
What's your confidence rating on the accuracy of this information?
11.40%.
Higher than I thought.
The
Does everyone in the
exegesis of
city know
Philip
this stuff
K.
but me?
Dick.
Cora is commonly discussed, appearing in up to 0.8% of all communication, but little substantive, verifiable data exists as to its nature.
Read me the last data, the one from the internet.
Cora, computer-operated recycling agent.
That's it? I don't know how this relates to hackers or AI.
No further data available.
Make a copy of that exegesis thing to local storage, encrypted.
That's...
If I get a data violation, I don't want to lose access. And bring Camus back online.
Activating custom automata personality, Camus.
Did you find out about Cora?
More or less. I don't know what I was hoping for.
Will you get food too?
Not hungry. Hey Camus, have a look at the cafe menu. Do you see all the different types? If you drank coffee, what type would you order?
Donut coffee?
That's not really...
Oh no. I said something dumb?
Actually, Camus, I think donut coffee sounds pretty great.
Okay, handful of things. One, so this is clearly in the distant future, and so she's not to know that the exegesis of Philip K. Dick is a work of fiction, but then also is this the kind of, well, meta-fiction where that was a factual text in setting? Who knows? Ooh, intrigue. I've actually not read that much Philip K. Dick.
No.
When I was a teenager, I was more into reading Asimov, but yeah.
I was just looking at the very generic definition of it, where it was just interpretation of religious text generally, but rather than specifics to a particular author, whether implied or not.
Since they were mentioning it was from a book, I was kind of like, oh, is it maybe? But yeah.
Hi, I found this. I thought I should hand it in to the authorities, or someone who might know what to do with it.
Ma'am, what is this?
I don't know. I found it. I think it might be...
Oh god, am I gonna get in trouble?
Now.
Yes, I was just going to. I came to you.
Is this some kind of scam?
You know what? I'm just going to leave.
What does this button do?
No idea. Bye then.
Stay here. I am going to get to the bottom of this.
Please don't press the button.
You go ahead. I have no idea what that button does, though, so for safety's sake, I suggest you...
Nothing happened.
Did you just press that? I literally just said...
Nothing happened again.
Stop pressing the button.
Ma'am, I'm going to ask you to step back, please.
Fine. I don't want to be around you while you
believable
press a big red
cops.
button on what looks a lot like a detonator anyway.
Wait. Something happened.
Ugh.
A light came on. There's words on the screen.
What does it say?
I can't read it.
Let me see.
Here.
Oh, so now he's
I can
compliant.
read this. It's Arabic.
I prepared explosive runes this morning.
It says, please don't press this button again.
Oh.
She's lying.
I swear, that's what it says.
All right, then. Well, I'd better ask my supervisor about this. Please move along, ma'am.
Does your supervisor speak Arabic?
No. Why?
No reason.
Yeah, good call there.
Okay, we'll follow this mission and then we'll do a wrap-up, I think.
Driver 14FC, are you out of your Hava?
I was on a break.
There are no breaks for me or for you. Have you seen the vids?
No, why?
More accidents in Sector 21. No,
we are
Sector 23.
at the lowest level of the city.
Yeah, I was going to say, suddenly noticing everything was flooded and...
Sure, this is bad for us. We've
Dr.
lost more
Wiley was
drivers
giving his
this week
critique,
than in
ain't
the
he?
past year.
Everything okay, Control?
I don't know, kid. I don't know. What's your real name? I'm tired of numbers.
Rania.
I'm gonna look out for you, Rania. Things will get better after tonight. I promise. We just need to get through
Trust
this
the man
one
with
night.
giant glowing yellow
What's
eyes.
your name, Control?
I'm not supposed to say. Goddamn.
It'd be like that. Oh.
Is something going wrong over there? You sound...
It's all wrong here. Maybe I'll tell you after this job.
Okay. What you got for me?
In Gallows Row, there's an old escalator called the Ascension. Someone at the base wants to surrender a package of their belongings.
Oh, so we're on the right
Where
floor.
does the escalator go?
Trust me, Rania. This job will be much easier for you if you don't ask that question again. You're looking for a guy named Gil. Oh, and one more thing.
Yeah?
Huh. I was actually already
Enjoy
pretty
your
close.
coffee. All I got is a bottle of sake stashed in my desk drawer, and tonight I'm having a drink. If they're not happy with that, they can fucking fire me. Cheers.
That's a headache, Control.
Okay, alright. Let's swoosh under here. Let's see. Oh, this area is definitely a lot more kind of,
I love that orange aesthetic.
Yeah, it's real nice.
So
It's real
good,
nice.
so good.
Okay, we did it. No one died.
Basic driving controls.
I got it. I've stopped using the mouse to steer now. I'm just using WASD. It's easier. I don't see the parking. Is it up here?
Definitely an air conditioning then.
There was a sticky out bit that I didn't see.
Feel it should be something that's labelled on the mini-map. But...
It is on the minimap, I just can't see what level it's on. Oh, it's up here.
Yeah, there you go, there you go.
Yeah, the minimap is not very good for establishing height, unfortunately.
Oh, I've been playing Star Wars Squadrons recently, and oh my god, a 2D map in space is...
Useless.
Especially when you're playing it on VR and it's like playing in a fucking washing machine.
How are you enjoying VR?
I am loving VR. It is brilliant. Although the I need to play a bit more of Star Wars Squadrons because Beat Saber has just been my
taking up your life. Yeah.
It is just fun, and that it turns out is something just what you need in a game.
Yeah. I feel you. I've only played a couple wonderfully accurate cops, says Falkirk Epsilon. Yes. Yes. I don't understand, so now I'm mad at you. Yeah. No, I've only played a teeny bit of Beat Saber, but I really enjoyed what I played.
No, it's good. It's good.
Hiya, Gil.
Are you the delivery person?
Rania, yeah, I'm to take your package.
It's everything. My limbs,
I like his makeup with the
holocrons,
rainbow coming down in tears. That's neat.
Make sure my family gets it.
See if I can experiment
Drop it
into
in the
that
post.
for my stream tomorrow.
I can't leave
Since
the
I'm going to
queue
be
or I'll
doing
lose
3 in a
my
row, am I going to do a different makeup look every day?
Yeah.
What's tomorrow's stream?
Bitrat Singularity, which is a puzzle game.
Above the clouds.
Oh god.
Is it safe?
I am better at puzzle games than action games, so I think we'll do okay.
Of course.
Okay then. Good luck, I guess.
Hey, thanks. Maybe I'll see you around.
Maybe.
Stop flirting with your courier. She does not care.
Stop playing your courier so cold.
I literally will be homeless if I don't do my job. Leave me alone.
Hey, Rania, you met that guy going on the Ascension? Is he really going through with it?
He says the Ascension takes him to the Spire.
A hand?
It sure does. And no further.
What do you mean?
It's an escalator to nowhere. It just ends.
Then what?
Well, then he falls a few miles down into the sea.
Who would build an escalator that goes nowhere?
You think everything in the city is logical?
Capitalists.
Well, look around, Rania. None of this makes
The
sense.
premium
The city AI has
package.
gone mad.
He said it was safe.
Before he gave you all his possessions?
He knew?
He knew.
I don't get it.
You lived outside Nivalis, right? So you've seen the sky. You've got that memory. I've never seen the sky. I can live without it. But imagine you'd seen it just once.
And then you
what
never
would
saw
you
it
do
again.
to see it again?
How's the sake control?
You don't drink, right? You should try it sometime, Rania. When things are going wrong, it's a great way to keep yourself trapped in the long right now.
Are you a poet now, Control?
You know it.
What should I do with his possessions?
Just his staring at
he
this disembodied
stiffed us on
hand.
the bill. His payment was rejected.
Oh.
So if you got anything from him, you should return it to a Cloudpunk delivery chute nearby to cover his debt.
What about his family?
Let me make this as clear as I can, Rania. I don't know if he gave you something or if he gave you nothing. But I knew if he gave you something, I'd have to tell you to return it to Cloudpunk HQ. Control out.
Uh-huh.
Well, he's giving us an out.
Different. Are we going to take Gil's things back to Cloudpunk HQ?
Well, everything's packaged and postmarked. So, if we dropped them at the mail office, they'd get back to his family and Cloudpunk would never know.
But maybe it would be good for us to give it to Cloudpunk, and if we broke the rules, we could get in trouble. Or get Mr. Control in trouble.
Quiet for now, Camus. I have to think.
Also, you get into your magical flying car and go catch him as he falls off the
I don't think anybody would be especially happy with that situation.
Yeah, but it'd be funny though, wouldn't
Oh
it?
god, yeah. I don't know why I'm holding onto a human hand. What does it say? They're supposed to be... Oh no, it's someone's hand. They're not supposed to just throw a biological limb in the garbage, and it appears to be wearing a Redding ring. Should I keep this? I guess somebody might want it back.
The hand or the Redding ring? Should be the person whose hand it is.
True. They're probably missing it greatly. Going out?
the character design's very funky in that sort of pseudo Minecrafty kind of way.
Yeah, I mean, those lifts are 120% urban infrastructure compliant. There are no railings. That is a bad idea. In a city where everything is infinitely like suspended, that seems like you don't. Fam doesn't need an elevator. They just need to fall off one of these. Shit.
It's that sort of high thing where you've got so if you imagine modern city just growing, you'd expect the sort of levels of protective infrastructure of people just getting sued the feck out of.
Yeah, if Corpse built this particular city, then they probably didn't really mind too much about somebody being sued. Clearly, where is this? Oh, it's not that far away. It's a straight line.
Yeah, as much as we can all address evil megacorps for their actions, they usually tend to try and at least look like the vague welfare of their employees.
It's in their best interest to keep their employees alive.
Yeah. It's like, I mean, we could put railings here, but
it's just so expensive.
Said no megacorp ever.
If we got the railings, we'd have to cut back on the military budget. Alright, how the fuck do I get to this post office then? Okay. They actually give me a warp point to go through. That's actually quite merciful. If a little disorienting, but we're here. Alright, let's get a good job well done, and then we can wrap up the show. Oh, some of the human models are kind of wild, though.
I can't give
Look
away
at her.
Gil's final possessions to settle his debts.
Them arms.
Will we get in trouble?
I don't care.
Okay, fantastic. Is there a way to... Does it auto-save? I didn't...
Find out next time you play.
On Dragon Ball Z, we'll find out next time. Cool, hold on. Let's go back to book club scene so I can actually close the show out properly. There we go. Technology camera. Fantastic. Let's stop sharing screen. And close Cloudpunk. Yes. It doesn't say anything about, like, losing out on saves or whatever, so I trust it. It's all good. Oh, that was a solid run. I really enjoyed that. That definitely feels that there is a lot of I'm gonna light them. I was lit half in light, half in shadow. Very ominous. Yeah, I enjoyed. We're done for today, but we're not fully wrapped up just yet, Falkirk. What we like to do on Cyberpunk Book Club is that after we play the game for a while, we go and return to this little book club screen. At the start of the game, we talked about the themes that we expect. And then, now that we've played the game a little, we can have a section on ideas to take away. Because, I don't know about y'all, but I create things in my spare time. Not just producing the stream, but stuff like tabletop RPGs. I would love to make a cool video game one day. I've made video games in the past, a couple of visual novels, but you know, the big magnum opus project, you get what I mean. And so I always like to, when I play a new game, to think about the ideas that I could take away from it that could inspire me in other things that I make, or that could inspire you in things that you make. So yeah, what's a big takeaway? I mean, clearly the art style is like one of the big things about that game. An unusual art style could do a hell of a lot.
I mean, I love the aesthetic for it. For what when I certainly looking at the intro to the stream was expecting very much a small indie title, and then you've got this wonderful sort of giant cityscape. The aesthetic was, fantastic.
Especially with a strong aesthetic. Yeah, because it reminded me a little bit of Broken Reality, the vaporwave themed walking simulator, which also had a really, really strong art direction. I don't think the art was as well rendered as Cloudpunk, but part of what makes that game so engaging, especially as a walking simulator, is to go through and find all these really interesting uses of the aesthetic to tell a story. Especially with the strong aesthetic, doubly so if it can inform the story. Is there anything that you felt that you would take away from this other than the aesthetic, Tom?
To be honest, it's another one of those sort of games where it picks up of the that lovely focus on like the average person or sort of small person in a big city kind of thing. Like this is someone who's just trying to survive, and giving you that option for the kind of moral decisions of sort of doing the right thing TM as opposed to getting your credits. Maybe possibly balanced by the fact that it's like, hey, here's 150 credits for completing the mission. I've got thousands of them. So, It's always an awkward one when you're trying to get the balance right in that particular regard, or getting the sort of impending threat or the weight on the character right.
That kind of suspension of disbelief, especially around money, is something that RPGs endlessly struggle with. Again, because I'm playing Like a Dragon, that game starts out with you being a homeless with no money, and you have to earn money by, like, you know, picking up cans and selling them, like, no lie. But relatively early on in the story, you have the opportunity to help run a business and expand it, and that plotline is entirely separate from the plotline of the game itself, because you don't need to do it. And eventually, you can expand to that business, so you are running multiple businesses, earning millions, and getting your businesses are worth like hundreds of millions of yen, and then you yourself are earning even a fraction of that is still 3 million yen. But you can do that at like chapter 5 in a 15 chapter game, so you can do that quest out the gate, earn ridiculous sums of money, way more than you would ever need to be able to do anything in the game, and then return to the plot line and then be like, you know, yesterday when I was like living in when I was homeless, or they talk about being homeless immediately after that, and it's kind of like, it's such a weird disconnect. It's really funny.
Yeah, it's a very common one. It's like and my character just retires. We leave and buy my house in the Caribbean.
Because there is, relatively early on, that you pay, I think, 1,500 credits for your dog AI, and the main character is like, that's fine, I can pay that. But I'm like, I have no frame of reference of how much 1,500 is. Is that 1,500 yen, so you paid like 15 quid to get your dog back? Is it $1,500, in which case, wow, that's bullshit. So that kind of frame of reference, and I suppose that pairs with the whole game. The world is already extant, and the characters don't need to explain to each other about what the world is like because they already live there.
Yeah.
So you just kind of pick that up like as you go. I'll give the opportunity for the chat to say if there are any things that they found, any takeaways that they might have about it. But while we're waiting for chat to respond in that regard, what do we think that Cyberpunk is to this game? Is what we like to answer at the end of this. I guess one of the things of it is kind of like, this is definitely the classic high-tech, low-life definition.
Yeah, I mean, it immediately rung those bells as the Blade Runner theme. As like, it's almost like what you think your public perception of like, what do you think a cyberpunk type film or setting would be? And it's immediately that ridiculously, almost impossibly high-rise city, very dark in tone with neon lights, that sort of very sort of dark Neo Tokyo kind of look to it. So it's
Yeah, I suppose that's probably like a design decision, because if they went there kind of like in an entirely original direction with how they represented their cyberpunk city, that might not be as easy to understand in the art style.
I mean, I quite like to almost see like bright cyberpunk. I think the problem with bright cyberpunk is it has a bad habit of looking like Star Trek. If that almost makes sense.
Yeah. There's the kind of like post cyberpunk, or which is, you know, in the similar
pseudo
way that,
futuristic kind of.
In a similar way that post punk is a cheerier and slightly more wistful version of punk as a music genre. Post-cyberpunk exists as what happens after you move your way through the dystopia, what's on the other side of that. Transistor is a game that I would definitely describe as post-cyberpunk, and is one of my favorite games ever. Played it on the stream before for my birthday, I think last year, and I enjoyed that game a lot. You could argue that the Mega Man Battle Network games run a vibe of post-cyberpunk, because they are usually, when you hear about the technology and the setting, it's usually about how it's making everybody's lives way better from what they were before, and then the villains perverting it to harm people.
It's almost when you get into that sort of very high sci-fi sort of utopia levels of I think if you've got your Ian M. Banks culture kind of stuff, where the AIs are just running everything, and humanity just gets on with whatever they think is fun, and there's no huge consequence for it, which is sort of the far end happiest sort of outcome, as opposed to the very bleak.
For real. Yeah, reading. I mean, under current circumstances, you would figure with all this time at home, I would be reading a lot more, and I've actually not been very good at that. But I was reading. It's not King of Games, because that's Yu-Gi-Oh! I think it's Player of Games.
Yes, I quite enjoy Player of Games.
Yeah, from what I was reading of it, I was really enjoying it, and then I think something came in my life that made me put the book down, and then I struggled to pick it back up again afterwards because other stuff got in the way. But I had a really fun time, and I really enjoyed just the main character is such a dork. Bullying him is so easy.
I can't remember if it's that particular book or one of the other ones where someone's trying to explain this, like living in this future society. It was like, what if someone's just, horrible and murders people and what's it? So, well, it's not really a thing because we're all technically immortal and all the rest of it. They just wouldn't get invited to any parties.
We could just not hang out with you.
Yeah, pretty much.
Falkirk Epsilon says, so this game really evoked feelings of having to do stuff in a crushing sense, and also reference fiction as a religious text. Yes. Let's go and revisit that a little bit, because that's actually something that comes up every so often in modern cyberpunk, is direct references to other previous explorations, whether that's a name and things like that. References to other works is not fun and can be very clever. Done well, because the last thing that you want it to be is to kind of hit like Ready Player One territory, where it is just references to content. We don't want that in our cyberpunk. We want it to be. I mean, even the stuff, even the stories that I tell. If anybody's been, tuning into the stream regularly and has been watching Arcana Core wears its like references really heavily on its sleeve, and I'm unabashed about doing that. I think that's entirely fine for the work that it is. But I think when I'm doing that, I'm not necessarily trying to be clever. I think we're just fun.
Not to drop into terrible terminology, but it's not the Ready Player One fan wankery of particular genre.
Because even with all the references to like persona or whatever that I want to make. That is not necessarily an endorsement of Persona's writing all the time. You know, it's enjoying the ideas of these other pieces of media and then pulling from. I mean, that's essentially what this show that we're doing right now is looking at those ideas and seeing if there's anything really fascinating that would want us to put in other work. But yeah. That's I think that's largely the show. I think we have completed the show. What I'm going to go and do is go back to the casual chat screen and put on a vibe, and then kind of close out. Webcam, where you like this? Hold on. Technology. I'm just an ominous square shit. I'm glad that this part is going to be cut out of the VOD. Deactivate again. There we go. We're back.
Technology.
We back. Oh man, I'm slowly getting better at being able to wrangle Streamlabs, especially as I now have a second monitor and can kind of do a lot more in terms of making sure that all of it is running nice and smoothly and can see chat while playing the video game. That is actually a pretty big part of it. What tune do I even want to put? This is just to close out the show, but you know, you got to find. Let's go for this. This is cheerful, and make it visible so everybody so it can be heard. Fantastic. Yeah. We're still getting used to it, and still occasionally there's tech things that I'm trying to make sure run properly. By this time, well, definitely before this time tomorrow, I will have worked out how to do donation alerts that I can see, because I have now looked at my donations, and thank you so much, Tom, for the £20. I really appreciate that. Thank you.
That's good.
And I would have thanked you immediately when you did so, had I actually had a way to have that in my eyeline sensibly while I was doing it. I noticed the tracker go up in the little HUD above me, but it doesn't say who, or at least at the size that I have it as, I can't see who did it, so I'm kind of oh, thank you, mysterious person. But next time we will actually have stream alerts.
I've just noticed as rewards, I'm going to select all of them.
Yes, there are 3 rewards. In fact, let's go over those things now. Thank you for reminding me, fellow co-host. Yes, so I guess this will all be across for the future. This will run until I do all my streams. But at any point, if you donate £2, if you ask me a question about video game or tabletop design, I'll talk about that on stream. I will honestly engage with it, no matter how silly the question is. I love talking about game design, and I'd be happy to go and chat about that with you all. All of the Black Twitch UK streams that are taking part in this charity drive are offering a raffle. By entering in £10 per, you can enter in for an Elgato Stream Deck, which is a cool, light-up keyboard, programmable keyboard, so that you can get to do a wide variety of things, opening and closing apps, changing voice filters and voice mod. I use it to switch between scenes in OBS, so the really smooth transitions that we have when playing Arcana Core is all thanks to the Stream Deck. So it is actually a pretty useful purchase if you're a streamer. You can also, again for £10, enter in a raffle entry for an Elgato Wave 3 microphone. This was the spiel I gave before, but I'll give it again because I believe it wholeheartedly. A good microphone under these circumstances is incredibly important now that everybody is working from home. Nobody at your work wants to hear your jank ass built into your laptop microphone that deafens everybody when you type and sounds like you are a potato flung down a well. Nobody needs to hear that. Go get yourself a good microphone. You can get yourself apparently a really good microphone for just £10 whole by entering into this raffle. You can enter into either of those raffles as many times as you like, and you'll get an entry for each one. So if you think that getting, well, how much is an Elgato Stream Deck? Let me double check. I think I got mine second hand, but let me go and see how much a Stream Deck is.
Oh, I donated without joining the raffle. I feel like
you fool!
That was a terrible move, wasn't it? Damn you, charity! Take that.
hustled by Games Done Quick Energy. I've done that before. I was like, I'm just going to donate to Games Done Quick. I could have been entered into a raffle? What?
Oh, no.
You can get an Elgato Stream Deck for £140 from Curry's, apparently. So, you can get that for 1/14 of the price by entering once. But you could enter that in 3 times and donate £30 and have a way bigger chance of getting the Stream Deck. And still not be paying 140 quid. It's worth a chance. We'll see. And also, you'll be helping Special Effects, a charity that helps give the hardware and software resources to those with physical disabilities so they can play video games too. Because video games are a fantastic art form that everybody should take seriously as an art form and be able to play. So that is the charity that we are supporting. And with that, I think that's a show, everybody. Thank you so much, genuinely. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you so much for joining me on Mic, Tom.
No problem. Sorry for ruining it all for the last hour or so.
Absolutely not. Not at all. Not at all. You can see moi once again tomorrow at 8 p.m. EST. No. Rip. That would be 1 a.m. this time. You can see me at 8 p.m. GMT, British time, which is 3 p.m. Eastern. For Bitrat Singularity, which is a cyberpunk themed, also very pixel art heavy puzzle game. I say while trying to summon it from the ether, so I can post it in the Twitch doobly-doo. It seems like a pretty crafty puzzle game, and I'm actually pretty good at puzzle games. I'm not very good at action games, so we'll see how I fare. It's apparently quite short, I'm told. So if we do finish it quite quickly, we'll play something else. Somebody brought up Neo Feud. We might give that a whirl. I was reminded today that Red Strings Club exists, and I've been wanting to actually give that a play for a really long time too. So there's a wide variety of other games that we might play. But yeah, that'll be on tomorrow. And at 8 p.m. the day after that, we will be playing Lockhart Indigo, which is inspired by Game Boy Color games, and it is a murder mystery with combat sequences where you debate people to get clues out of them. And murderous robots are involved, and I'm very, very excited. So yeah, both of those are coming up. There's also a whole bunch of other streamers who are taking part in this charity that you can go and check out, right now and over the rest of the week. You can see all of their streams and when they're live at actually the link below, tiltify.com/+BTUK/BTUK, or click in the Twitch links. And on that, I shall see you all next time. Goodbye.